Welcome back, everybody. Mr. Allen here. Just going to go through the second part of creating your website / portfolio. In File Explorer, under this PC, you should be able to see the public drive. If you can't, try rebooting your machine first. I'm told it should be there and there shouldn't be a problem. If you still can't find it, we can download the zip file. If you know how to deal with zip files, that's great. If not, I can help you. But inside of the public drive, there is an Allen folder, inside of which is this ICS sample HTML site. I'm going to suggest you copy that to your existing in Documents ICS folder and paste it there. Now I was doing that with right clicks. Again, if you have right click ability, that's great. If it's been blocked by the system administrator, then you can do regular copy paste using some other method. Inside of this are now two sites. The one called Basic Site is kind of the bare bones and the one that probably most of you will want to look at initially. If you have some experience, I've got a few other things in the HTML sample site. When you when you double click on it, it opens up and just kind of shows you all the different options, or a bunch of different options, certainly not all the different options that you have when creating a web page with HTML. And then you have the option to go back in here, right click on it and open it with Notepad if it's there. If it's not, you can choose another app and then it will be there, but you open it with Notepad. And basically my intent here was just that you could kind of look at the two kind of side by side and see what the various options in HTML do for you. So you can sort of see this is an H1 heading is on the website. It's the biggest. And then if you look at this part here, this is how we create that heading, an H1 heading. The background is light blue. So you sort of up in here, the style kind of creates the sort of an overall idea of the style for the web page. And here it says background color powder blue. Heading 1, I wrote background color is yellow. So when I made a heading 1, it had the background color yellow and a color blue for the text because that was up in there. You'll notice with heading 2, the text is black. There is no background color because that was not previously set. But I did change the border on here to be tomato color, which is the red border that's around. Heading 3 has a background color of essentially that same tomato color, it looks like. And then heading 4 has purple text, and so on and so forth. So essentially, as you go down the web page, you can see different options that are available to you, and then you can scroll through the code to see what created that. Here the poster for Star Wars. And then basically I'm looking for something here. I've got image SW Star Wars old poster. That's how I did that. Now what's important with that is that the way this was set up, my web pages are at this level. There's an images folder here, inside of which is the poster along with a couple of other sample images. And so that's what this is saying. It's saying go into the images folder, find the image that's called this. This alt is basically just saying if the picture doesn't show up, or if somebody has a setup so they're not seeing the images, then it should say Star Wars pic instead. And then this says change the width of the picture to be 50% of the web page so that it doesn't sort of take up the whole page. So the intent anyways was just that you could kind of go back and forth and take a look at what was on the one page versus how the coding was done to get that, and then you could eventually make your own page as well. I did add in a second page here, just this basic page. I'll right click and open it with Notepad. And this would be a nice sample for you. You could almost basically just copy and paste this right into your web page. It may not work perfectly right away because of the images and so on, but it gives you the idea that, it sort of shows you some sort of basic things without all the extra that's in there. And in particular has the hyperlinks that you'll need in order to get your page set up eventually. So I'm just going to copy that into my regular page here. Again, right click, open with Notepad, and I'll paste that stuff in here. Now, a lot of it is unnecessary, of course. I'm going to simplify this down to one header, Mr. Allen's site. I don't need paragraphs. Knowing that BR forces things down, kind of get some spacing, would be nice. My hyperlinks here, I'm basically just going to hyperlink to the couple of assignments or one assignment that I have in here right now. And so the assignment you have and the assignment I have by the time you get to this point will be in this VB folder in Chase the Button. And the idea is that you will want the code here as a PDF and the running file. So your set of links to get there will be exactly what's on here. I'm already in the ICS folder, so really all I need, I'll sort of take this one out. I'm not linking to a web page, I'm linking to a file. And so this is my Chase the Button. I'm going to link to the file, and the file is in VB, then in the folder called 1.1 Chase the Button. And the name of the file is this 1.1 again, Chase the Button code.pdf. And I just saved my code that way. We'll see how to do that when the time is right. And this is basically just what's going to show up on the web page is what goes in here. And so in this case, it's the word code is going to show up. I'm also going to, and again, I'll take this out because for now I'm not too concerned. I'm also going to make a link to the executable file. And it is in the folder Chase the Button bin, well, Chase the Button, bin, debug. So I'm kind of going all the way into there. And so 1.1 Chase the Button, again, Chase the Button a second time, just the way it organizes itself, and then bin, and then, oops, and then debug, and the file is called 1.1 chase the button.exe. And this will be the running program. Okay, so let's see what happens here. I'm going to file and save that. Hopefully, when I go in and actually open my web page, so I have a very basic site, Mr. Allen Sites. Here's my hyperlinks. I have the Chase the Button program. I've got the code for it. I'm going to right click and open that in a new tab just so I can see it. And it just shows up my code. So the code is working fine. I should be able to left click on program and, oh yeah, and it downloads the file for me. I was hoping it would actually run, too bad it doesn't. But it allows me to at least to download your file quickly and easily, and then I can run it from there. So I'm just going to discard that in this case. Right click. If I open a new tab, does it do the same thing? It does. Okay. So anyways, that does allow me to see your code. I can make comments if I need to, kind of email them to you or something. And then the program will be there. And again, at least I can actually get to it and know how well it's working. All right, so that's the end of the portfolio thing. The big thing with the portfolio, again, is the website doesn't have to be fancy. You can add to it later on. Do not panic at this point in time. All we'll need to do is get those links working, and after that, it's up to you to play with it as you choose to or choose not to.